Alright, so we are back with the Paul Reed Smith amplifier. I have the new tubes installed. I have the new fuse here in the power supply installed. I have biased the tubes. I'm running at about 30.8 there on that side. Let's see what we got on the other side. See how well the tubes are matched. And I have let the amp warm up for about 20 minutes. The tubes are good and warm. 30.2 there. .8 there. That's a pretty good match set of tubes. I went back with JJ's, and I did, in case you're wondering, let me get my screwdriver here without touching anything critical. I did, to make sure it was a bad tube, I put that ruby tube in the position that went bad after looking at all the grid resistors and everything, and then did a bias on the ruby tube. Very mismatched from the JJ, because I put a JJ in this side and I put the old tube in this side just in case there was something wrong with that power getting to that tube. And the ruby tube was a 33 millivolts, while this was at 21, so definitely not a matched pair with the JJ. So both JJs in, brought it up to about 30. Might could run it a little hotter, not going to. It's the amp sounds good. I have played through it. I think we've solved the problem with this amp. I'm going to put it back in the cabinet and play a little bit on it. So I did want to cover one more thing before I put the chassis back in the cabinet. I showed you on the earlier video that some of these little rubber grommets or rubber O-rings and what had broken. 4 of them, as a matter of fact. So I'm just going to replace all 4 of them. And what they do is, when you set the amplifier back in the cabinet, or when you put the cover back over the tube socket, they push down and they hold a little pressure on there so that when you twist, these don't rattle when you're playing. Okay, so I'm going to replace them, and I figure if 3 of them have already broken, that this 4th one must not be far behind, and they probably just don't handle heat very well. But I'm going to replace those, and then we're going to put this chassis back in the cabinet and play it.